These two works reflect this country's complicated and evolving attitudes about its native peoples. On the left is Alexander FRITZ Proctor's Indian Warrior from the 1890s, and on the right is Indian with Tomahawk, painted in 1970 by FRITZ Scholder, who is part American Indian.
The American Indian was perceived by artists in a number of ways. One of them was, as in Indian Warrior, as noble savage. The figure itself, it's masculine, it's powerful. The warrior seems independent and in control, holding the spear and wearing a war bonnet. He's bellicose. The other dimension that was very prominent in the 19th century was that the Indian was a dying race. And what's interesting to see is that of those two perceptions, neither one resonates particularly well with Native people. And I think we can see this in Fritz Scholder's interpretation of the Indian as sort of anti-hero. But I'll let Mindy speak to that change of perceptions.
Yeah, so as Peter alluded to, you have Fritz Scholder many years later looking at stereotypes that were established by those 19th century artists. Scholder takes all of those elements that had come to stand for an Indian and uses them in an exaggerated way, in an abstracted painting style. But he couldn't necessarily even call those into question unless Proctor and other artists had already established the definition for Indian.